I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, you can see, look at that. You can see the cloud. So my options are, I've got an hour before it gets dark. I could try and scramble up there into clouds and get set up, knowing that it's going to be bad weather tomorrow, or I can stay here. We're pretty high up as it is. I found this area just nestled betwixt these rocks, which looks flat enough for me, and I've got a view, can you see, just through these rocks. I can see that little body of water out off into the distance, and then I've got the tarn there, so nice for views. I'm hoping, mate, it said like at about 9 o'clock tonight the skies are going to become clear for a little bit, and yesterday was a new moon, so the skies will still be dark, and hopefully the stars will be popping, and we can capture a few. Fingers crossed. Let's get the dome away from home set up. When you think it's going to be windy, or it's forecast to be windy, or any time you're on tops really, because the weather can change. I always just have one of them, like a guy line or something hanging out of your tent bag, and then you can either peg it in or you can just buckle that. Oh, half a cliff from last camp come out of there. Or you can just buckle it onto your bag so it's not just going to take off on you, which I think I'll do. Back out in it. Back out in weapon. Oh, look at that. Not even aired her out or washed her from the last one, but it's only been a couple of days. And we're back on it. So it's attached to my bag, so I know I'm fine. I can just get my poles in. I've just been mindful of everything. Like your little bags and everything could go in your pocket or whatever, because they're all too easily blown off. No comment. Nice little place. With just 3 colours, red, blue and white. Each one has a sleeve at the side, at the end, and with a corresponding sleeve at the other end in the same colour, and you just slot these into it. So unless you're colourblind, mate, it's pretty easy. Some people say that there's an order in which to do it, like red first or red last or something like that, but yeah, I've tried them all and it's all seems to be the same. Which makes sense, doesn't it? If it's symmetrical, why would it be any different? So you lift them all up there and just start clipping. These clips to it as you go. Oh, but just careful not to stand on your tent. Lift the tent, put your feet under it, and just work your way around. And the good thing about it is, one of the good things, is it's self-standing, so once you've set it up, you can decide where you want your doors. Get his little hat on. Get his Ricky hat on. Decide where I want my door. I want one of the doors definitely to open up through this gap so I can get a look at that little bit of water, and it's just a nice composition through those rocks. So we'll have this as that door, eh? There it is. Door. Dawn French. Should I put it there? Out there. Fortunate enough, it's not blowing a gale, so I can have a little trial run. Yes! Yay! Well, that is... Mwah! That is a chef's kiss. Totally a chef's kiss, mate. Love that. Yes. That's it. You want your pegs to be going in on a 45-degree angle. Don't put them straight down because they'll easily just get pulled out. For anyone who's got a Hillyberg, they'll know. Or maybe they don't, but your top guy of the two doubles round and goes through itself and just tightens up on that pole, gives a bit more stability. I'm going to have these quite short because it's under the rock. I like to have them both pretty slack, and then you can chuck your peg into both, and then there you go, on your 45 degree, and then you can just tighten it and you're done. Let the wind blow it around a little bit, let it settle in, and then before you go to bed you go around and just tighten them all up again, and there it is. It's a lovely pitch, that, actually. Sometimes they're a bit wonky, it all depends on the ground and where you can get your guys in that, but I'm happy with that one. That's a decent pitch, that. I'll show you a little tip. That's my peg that's in there, and what I'm going to do is just go around and through the dyneema at the top, and then in again with another peg, same angle, just to nip that, just to double up. You can even triple up. I've brought plenty of pegs, so I'm just going to do that around my guy lines. The dome away from home. Woo! Half a cliff in there, Cliff Richard. It's overkill, I know, but it's forecast to snow, and I thought it was going to be on the tops, so it's just better to have than not. So I've got my axe, got some goggles for snowing eyes, and me snow spikes for my shoes. Even though I've just got wellies. And this isn't part of it, this is the black diamond one for the tip. And then I just wrap duct tape, black gaffer tape around there, which it holds that on. And it's always good to have half a metre of gaffer tape or whatever, just for any on the fly repairs. Also, if you're going to be putting these in your bag, just a quick tip I learnt here. A quick and easy way to do it is through your axe loop, and then just turn it upside down, bang, and then clip it on there. Super sturdy, so there you go. Take that off because I don't want it to whack me in dick or out like that, do I? Blow my bed up, fluff my sleeping bag up, because it's good to get your sleeping bag out and get it fluffed up so that the feathers aren't compact. Get a nice loft on it, which traps the heat and keeps you warm. Same as, mate. Well, I don't know actually, because you might just be here for this video new to it. So if you know, quickly run through. It's the Rabascent 900, my new bag, just warm. We'll see what it's like up here though, because it's a lot colder. My feet are freezing, mate, because they're in wellies and they afford no insulation whatsoever. They're really cold, but I've got some spare socks. So I'll be fine. Sea to Summit pillow, X-Therm, large thermarest, and then what I'll do is I'll put this Z-Light, it's yay big, I'll just put that under the hip area before I go to sleep, but for now it'll just be my porch. I've got my merino wool down jacket and a fleece in there, just a charger, some electrical stuff. Possibles bag, let's have a look what's in here. Don't even know. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look? Now what else to do is there, mate? Might as well have a look. Just got some brightly coloured Dyneema cord. some wet wipes. Oh, I've got this, me shies and shovel. Water filter, earplugs. The winds are picking up, I like it, I like it. My toothbrush and toothpaste in there. A little, I keep looking in there, don't I? Sorry. My little temperature thing for when if I go in while swimming, it's nice to know what the temperature is. It's in here. Oh yeah. Just to keep it, it's in one of my old Tokes things, but some goggles, leave it in here, stop them getting scratched. Shout out Beeling who gave me these are mint. But I've brought them instead of my snowboarding goggles. Just in case we get driving sleet, I thought just bang them on, protect the old noggin bollocks. Couple of hand warmers. Which you can chuck in your sleeping bag. Get them out, chuck them in your sleeping bag half an hour before you go to bed, or when you take them into bed with you. Oh, game changer, game changer. Spork, shout out Dustin Hoffman over at Bushcraft Tools for that one. Some coconut oil which you always have in there. A lump of fat wood, don't know why, but you never know. A Life Systems fire steel. It's got a ferrocerium rod, and it's got a magnesium on the other side. So a get out of jail free card. I got this little torch backup. Tubby Toms, because you never know. It's always in there. This is just the possibles pouch that I have for everything really. And oh, that's it. Also got some of this, which is come on, which you get with your Hestra gloves, and it's just a leather balm that you can polish it into your leather gloves to give them a bit more waterproof, make them a bit more waterproof, and just as you would any leather product really, just treat it so you get that free. So I thought I'd bring that, and maybe I could do that in a bit. Me gloves, whoa, lifesaver, lifesaver. I mix it up depending on which sort of trip I'm going on, but I don't mess, because I knew I wouldn't need that, but you never know, do you? So that's just the survivalist or being prepared. And yeah, it's extra weight, stuff is extra weight, but if I'm not doing more than 2 days hike, I don't care. I'm a pack mule, mate. I don't care. I'll bring whatever I can physically carry just to make my life better, because I'm only coming up here for one night and I want to have a nice time. So I'm happy. I don't care about trimming down weight and worrying about, you know, taking bristles off my toothbrush to keep the milligrams down. Not my bag. Not my bag. Nice bottle of organic red. The light is fading on me quick. I'm going to have plenty of time to... Oh, shall I quickly show you my torch? Because it was a bit of a tragedy last time, wasn't it? Look at this, well happy with it, mate. Kept my tent glowing all night. Cost me about 40 quid. But I've been wanting a decent lantern for a while now, because I don't really want to use my UCO light candle lanterns in this beast. Not worth it. And this is it's a joy. It's got this here so I can just hang it off my carabiner. These come down so it can just stand there, whatever you're doing, just plonk that next to you and it gives a wonderful light. You can see it's got the USB charger, and also the USB just fits in there nicely on a magnet. So you wrap that around, you can just charge this up with your battery pack, or you can use this as a charger. This will charge your phone up, your camera gear, whatever you need. It's also magnetic on the bottom as well, so you can whack it on the bottom of your car or whatever. And you twist it one way, you might not see this, like, whoa guy. Twist it one way and just half comes on. And you can have that as powerful or as light as you want. So I forget how much battery use you get out of that, but it's a lot. Or you can have it the other way, which is full on. Bit much. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. I'll leave a link below if you want to have a look at them, but I think it's mint. Pop that up there. Whoa! Right, I better get some of me get old McDonald's farm wrapped round me to keep me warm.
For the strongest mind when driven round the bend, to face the near impossible when the fog descends. You can place your goodwill in the center of the fire. I'm closed for business today. It falls from the sky and it crushes us to the ground. Movements are sluggish and enthusiasm can't be found. I can't see anything out there. I'm closed for business today. Take your pills and push the quilt away. Try to figure out what broke the day. A chemical imbalance or just
Lorraine Kelly is. Whoa, is that alright? Is that alright? Is that too much light for me to deal with? Quality. This is what I wanted, and I know it might not get any better out there, and I might be tent bound. And it's a and it's a long time to be tent bound. I'm aware of that. Why is it such a nice thought? Being just cooped up in here for 7 hours, I like it. Plenty to do. I've got some cooking to do. I'm gonna treat my gloves. Cheers. I'm gonna sail through that Vino. And I've got an audio book and some podcasts. My mate David sent me a copy of Dune, the book Dune. This was quite a while ago, and I've just not got around to reading it. I've tried to read it, but I just can't. I used to be able to, but I just can't. I've got the attention span of a coked up 8-year-old flea, so I just can't concentrate. But I can concentrate on audiobooks. That's how I get all my books into here. Is not these days. Is audiobooks. So I've got Dune on audiobook because I've got Audible. You need your podcasts or an audiobook or a physical book, and otherwise it's just a lot of meditating. And here's a thing you could do actually which would help me out and also it helps you out, is I'll leave a link below to Audible. And if you get a free trial with Audible, sign up for the free trial through that link. I get a kickback at no extra cost to you, and you get a free 1 month trial of Audible. And the good thing is you can use it for that month and then just cancel it, and you get to keep your book. So you're basically getting a free audiobook, and you get to help me out and get a free audiobook. So that's a win-win. Chuck down below and recommend me some books, because I've got 3 credits on Audible waiting now, because I just hit a blank spot and I can't think. I like autobiographies, real life stuff. I like anything actually. So yeah, if you want a free 1 month trial of Audible, and you get to keep the book, and if you don't want to keep Audible, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, because it's mint, yeah, just get rid of it at the end of the month, mate. Then you don't have to pay anything, and you still get to keep your book. I've had it for years. I've paid for it for years, but yeah, it's up to you, mate. But you'd be helping me out. I'll leave a link below. Thank you. Namaste. Right, let's start layering up. Get some of these. Get some of these bad boys on. Oh, my socks, mate. definitely get my socks on. Get my socks on because my wellies just aren't doing business for my feet, so I'll double up on my socks. Oh, can you hear it? Oh, the rains are coming. I feel like it's such a good pitch that I've got. I've doubled up all my pegs on the guy lines and 2 on the actual tent. It's pretty taut. I'll let the wind batter it about for a little bit and then I'll get out and I'll tighten it up again. It's quite nice to just listen to it, isn't it? Whoa, right, avert your eyes while I get clobbered up, get my gear on. Oh, there we are. It's forecast gale force winds. It's just been shaking the tent. We're getting pretty big gusts, but it's forecast to drop off around 9 o'clock tonight. So I'm fingers crossed it drops off a little bit and then the clouds disperse, so it gives me an opportunity to film and to take some photos of the stars. Then at 9 o'clock in the morning it's forecast to really lag it down, and there we go. To gale force winds again, and rain and snow. So just don't know what you're gonna get. That's the beauty of it. It's getting a bit dark out there now. I've got I don't know if you can see this, but this is the mesh. I've taken down the first layer, and so this is just the mesh, which gives it an even bigger feeling here. I have all this door completely open, so access to my cut kit and everything. This door closed, but just the mesh, which lets the breeze come through, and it makes it seem even more roomy than it is. I'm hoping there's a little bit of a break in this wind and rain now, so I can just go out and have a can Bite Lake. Sorry. Let's have a look. Oh, do you know what? Should we make a dash for it anyway? I know where there's a little shelter we can go to. We'll go sink this. We'll go sink this in a shelter out there. Come on.
Yeah, bro, look at that.
A nice little bothy or little shelter. Be in there. Another one less good. Oh, which one could I kip in? Got to be a thin lad. You have to be thin. Look at it. Shall we get in? Shall we get in? I'm in. I'm getting in. I'm getting in. I'll put you up back. Could I sleep in here? I could sleep in here, mate, easy. Stinks a bit of piss, but get you back there. There you are. No, it's not actually piss, it's just foisty. That's all. Just a bit of foist, never hurt anyone, did it? And then I can just sit in here, look. Look at that. Boss hog, mate. That's boss, is that? Total boss hog. I think there's a fella up there. He can see me more than I can see him because I've got this light shining in my face. It's dazzling me. Losing my night vision. But has he got a tin of Northern Monk on him? Doubtful. Doubtful. Look. I signed it because I was going to hide it somewhere. I've been doing the thing on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, on my Insta stories, I've just been signing cans from Northern Monk and putting them in places that people might know where they are. They've had some fun with it. It's kind of littering in it, but it's kind of a treasure hunt, litter bug treasure hunt. It's a lovely view. And you can see the streaks of white cutting through the side of the fell there, because it's all just the water frothing up. Running into town, beautiful. Hey up. It's raining, but dry as a bone. I love this shit, mate. I love it. something about being in like enclosed spaces like this and like the tent when you know that the weather's sort of inclement or bad even. It gives me such a satisfying, like a deep primal satisfaction. Let's go and get back in dome away from home before it gets completely pitch black. My self-contained cook kit. So just lid on, which it goes on loosely, but if you, this protective orange thing just goes over the top and just keeps everything nestled in nice. And it's the 900, it's a Tokes 900 titanium pot. It's got a, like, you can slide that along so that the handle stays in the air, and it's got little holes in there to let out the steam or whatever. Wonderful, wonderful pot. I've got this, we call this a gas stabilization device in, you know, in camping community, that's what we call it. GSD. That's what that is. That hasn't let me down. I used one of these cheaper, smaller something or other, BSR or something, from that I got off Amazon, and it was good, but then it let me down when I needed it the most. On a snowy winter camp, it let me down, so I had to go all night without a hot drink or any hot food. And so that's it. I had to bin it and go for this reliable thing, and it's not let me down yet, touch wood. Wire scourer, just keep my pots clean. Same again, little sponge cut down. Got my titanium folding spork. Fits in there too. The 900ml pot itself. And in there I've got the 500ml, which nestles in there perfectly. And then a small gas canister, and usually in this, you can see there's a little delve in this gas canister. I keep a mini Bic lighter in there, so you've got a fully self-contained cook kit. It would even be better, you could probably keep a fire steel in there as well, which would probably, which would be even better. Wrap an old bit of camping towel around there, that just stops the rust getting to the bottom of your titanium. And then another bit of camping towel goes around the 500ml and into there, just stops it rattling about. You can even put your sponge down the side there, which you see, no noise, and everything just goes back in, and there you go. No noise, it's not rattling, it's self-contained, doesn't take up much room in your pack. And you can do anything there. You can boil your camping meals in the 900ml. The 900ml is enough to cook, even for 2 people. You can do little stews and rice dishes and whatever you need to do. And then the 500ml, perfect for boiling water for 1 person or just having a brew out of.
Paul felt his left hand aching, uncurled the clenched fingers, looked at 4 bloody marks where fingernails had bitten his palm.
Knife of choice. The Opinel. Just going to dice up a clove of garlic. There you go. Way! Ah, the wind blew it off. That's right. Let's come this way a little bit. That was a warning shot across the bows. Coconut oil. Right, in with the garlic slices. That already smells amazing. Let's turn it down a bit because I don't want to burn these garlics. Just sort of saute them a little bit. Main's Gill Farm Shop. You see the marbling in that. Roll the fat around. I don't want to mess around with it, don't want to shift it about. Just want it to sear on a relatively high heat. Oh, yeah, man. That steak's about done, so I'd say anyway. Oh, yeah. This is where we eat it with death dust. I won't use my fingers because I've made that mistake in the past. A little bit of dust on top. Woo. That's nice. Let's have a glass of wine as well with it, shall we? Come on, we're not animals. Just a little splash. Absent friends. Delicious. And don't worry, I know it's a non-stick pan. I've put veg under it so I can just slice the meat. I won't go through all the way through the veg, and then I'll just eat it as a wanna, so there you go. Delightful. That's how juicy it is. Oh. What's point? I know you can't see it. Wind's blowing, rain's falling, and it'll be freezing out there. I'm warm and I'm having a steak supper. Can't wait, man. There's plenty here to keep me going all night. I've been getting up every hour to see if the skies have cleared, but they don't look like they're clearing. It's just still battering down with wind, as you can see. And here, so no fancy time lapses, I'm afraid. I'm just tent bound, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. Earplugs are in. See you on the morrow. Morning glampers. Whoa. Woo. It's 7:30. I'll tell you what, my bag, and everything all above this side is soaking wet. Bag's wet. I wasn't able to have it fully ventilated, so it's so it got a bit damp. And where the tent was just folding in on me, it got me sleeping bag wet. Ah. Woohoo! It's wild, man. It's wild out there. Totally wild. So this is it, man. Hey! Going for it, mate. It's only going to get worse as well, it's forecast to. So, I don't know how much filming I can do here, because I'm going to have to put this camera in my bag because it's not waterproof, so I might switch to GoPro on the way out. It's supposed to get, it said it was going to get worse by 9, so I think best bet is getting up and getting everything squared away, and getting off the mountain before it gets too much. Alright, let's get up. wild. A really wild show. The bag's pretty much packed. Only had one glass of wine last night, so I'll take that home. Finish it another time. I'll use it for cooking. When the gusts come, man, it's folded tent in half. It's wild. So, whoa, yeah. In gale force winds and storms, it's not really wise. Not really wise to go wild swimming. Woo! So I'm just going to square away. I'm even going to put this camera away. I'll maybe film some on GoPro on my way out, but yeah, it's time to get out of Dodge. Berghouse. Deluge. Whee! Got me wellies, got me waterproof. All my waterproofs are on, bags packed. The wind isn't easing up. Let's have a look outside. Oh. Okay. There's my other cups blown over there. Oh. How's best to tackle it? Just go for it. Put GoPro in my mouth and leg it. Put it under there. Tent turned up okay. One guy line has been blown out. Two. That's alright. Two guy lines. Whoa! Two guy lines blown out. I gotta get this done quick, mate. Whoa! Come on! I can't feel my fingers. Let's get after it, mate. Come on. That's it. Leave no trace, obviously. Have a quick check. Ah, well, you know. Can't have it all your own way, mate. Can't have it all your own way. Make you soft. Make you soft if you have it all your own way. Right, this. Happy days, let's go. One of the perks of having wellies on. Glorious day. Quite pretty, like. Oh, getting blown all over. Everything's soaking. I guess that's the thing. If you, if I was doing a multi-day hike, I would, you know, in rain, you have to be really methodical and on it really. Everything in a dry bag. Everything that you're going to sleep in, always in a dry bag. Keep your sleeping bag dry with your bivvy bag. Always have your rain cover on. Don't carry a bottle of wine and a drone. Car's wobbling with wind, hey! Beautiful. Anyway, I've enjoyed that one. And it felt good to be in the Hillyberg with a little bit of adversity, and it stood up to it. Admirably. It's a couple of guy lines came out in the night, but it wasn't a problem. It just held itself. It held its own, and it wasn't caving in too bad on me. So because it's so big, you can go in the middle of it and pretty much stay away from it. If you go to the edges, then it's gonna the walls are gonna touch your head and keep you awake. But with my earplugs in, I had enough sleep. I was hoping for some stars, as it was a new moon yesterday, or the day before, but it was just cloudy. I kept setting my alarm and getting up like every hour to see, and it was just pea soup. Couldn't see anything. It was windy and it was rainy as well, so I tapped out onto star lapses and that. Best go roll my sleeves up and get a bit done. Thank you to anyone who's watching, or to anyone who has watched, and to anyone who clicks the like button and all that sort of jazz. I appreciate it, thank you, and I shall see you soon. Au revoir. This is sort of the sat still version of me walking off and coming back, 'cause I can't go anywhere.